Hello, welcome to today's class. So today is all about being proud of who you are, being proud of your own power. Because I've noticed that sometimes we are afraid of our own greatness. There's that wonderful poem by Marianne Williamson, The Greatest Fear. And the greatest fear in that poem is how great we are, how amazing we are. And it's true. Sometimes we have ideas of how we could contribute, or we could do something, or we could help, but then we stop ourselves. We stop ourselves for fear of what people might think, for fear of failing, but also for fear of getting it right and of standing out. We're not used to it. We've been told and we've been raised in a way that we don't make any waves and we are good and we do what we're told. That's how we've grown up. Most of us women, that's how we've grown up. So the idea of doing something original and new and different and then standing out for it can be seriously scary. So this class is all about moving past that fear so that you can embrace the whole of yourself, all of your qualities, and that you can go and shine your brightest light without fear of failing and without fear of succeeding. Now for this class, you're going to need either a yoga strap or a scarf for one of the poses, okay? So make sure you've got that ready. And then when you are ready, you can come back to your mat and we're going to start, as we often do, with a twist. So we're just going to warm up the body a little bit, do a few stretches so that the spine and the legs are completely ready for this empowering class. Let your arms wrap around your lower back. Good. Let them come up behind your shoulders. Lovely, well done. And now start stretching up in the diagonal. Lovely. And then coming across at shoulder height. Well done. And then starting to make your way down, going past your hips, towards your feet. And you can even take the opposite arm up if you like. Good. If the feet are a bit too low, you can just wave at them from wherever you reach. Good. Coming back up to the knees. And all the way up, taking the feet back to about hip width apart. Cross your arms in front. Gonna breathe in to stretch up. Breathe out down, bending the knees. Breathing in and out. Good. Lovely. Last one. Good. Take your feet wider apart. I'm going to turn the right foot out, turning the left foot to face to the right as well. And I'd like you to breathe in, stretching up, bending the front knee. As you breathe out, straighten the back leg and move towards the front leg. Breathing in, stretching up, breathing out back. Good. Lovely. So the next time you come down, placing your hands on your thighs and bending forward over your front leg. Letting the back of your leg stretch. Well done. On a deep breath, bend your knee, come back up. And then breathe out to the center. Good. Let's do it to the other side. We're going to turn the left foot out, pushing the right heel away, and then breathing in, bend the knee, reach up. Breathing out, moving the weight back, straightening the front leg. Good. This time when you come down, hands on the thigh, bending over your leg. And then bend your front knee. Breathe into anchor. And breathe out back to the front. Good. Take the feet back to hip width apart. Now we just need to stretch the arms a little bit. Taking your right arm up and over the shoulder like this. We're going to get hold of the elbow and then pushing it back. So you've got that stretch here at the top of the arm. Breathe comfortably. Well done. And then swapping over, bending the other arm, getting hold of the elbow and pushing it back. Yeah, try and keep your head in line with the rest of your spine as much as possible. And then relax both your arms. Good. So we're going to be spending quite a lot of time kneeling. So if you want to place a blanket underneath your knees on your mat with that bit of cushioning, that might be a good idea. And then when you're ready, coming down on your hands and knees. We're going to start with the cat. So hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. As you breathe out, pull your tummy muscles in. And then we're going to start moving the spine, hollowing the back, stretching the spine, looking forward, and then rounding from the tailbone and looking down. Stretching the spine, hollowing the lower back, and then rounding and looking down. So breathing in as you extend forward, and then breathe out down. Yeah. So keep your awareness in your lower back, your lower abdomen. Make sure the tummy muscles stay engaged. Well done. Coming back to the center. Now we're going to move into the dog. If you've got any high blood pressure, or if it is the first few days of your period, I would suggest that you stay with the cat. Otherwise, let's go into the dog. So tucking the toes under, on an in-breath, pushing the hips up and back. You can keep the legs bent, focusing on lengthening the spine, pushing the weight away from the shoulders and into the hips. Good. And then starting to walk that dog, alternatingly bending and stretching the legs. And then coming back into it, pushing into the hands, pushing into the feet. Lovely, well done. Coming down on all fours. And I'd like you to stretch your arms in front, lowering your chest down towards the mat. If it's comfortable, you can rest your forehead on the mat as well. Keeping the tummy in. Next time you breathe in, walking your hands back, coming back on all fours. Good. As you breathe out, and I would like you to place your right arm under the left shoulder and lowering down towards the mat if that's comfortable. Good. The next time you breathe in, come back up on all fours. And then breathing out, spreading the other arm under and relaxing down. With your next in-breath, come back to the center. Lovely. We're now going to move into the baby camel. So coming up on your knees. Good. Going to take the right hand. As you breathe in, lift your hand up. And as you breathe out, turn to look behind you. Take that arm behind, resting the hands into the lower back. Coming back to the front. Breathing in to lift the left arm up. And then breathing out to circle it back and into the lower back. Nice. The next time you breathe out, pull your tummy in. As you breathe in, push your hips and your chest forward. Looking ahead of you so you keep the back of the neck long. And breathe deeply. Feel the chest beautifully open. Next time you breathe in, lift that right arm up towards the ceiling and then breathe out to place it down on the thigh. As you next breathe in, lift the left arm up and down as you breathe out on the thigh. Well done. From here, let's move into the child. Taking your bottom towards your heel, stretching your arms out in front. And breathe comfortably. Feel your abdomen pressing against the thighs as you breathe in. One more breath. And then curl back to kneeling. Well done. Now it's time to get hold of the scarf. And we're going to move into a pose called the cow space pose. So holding on to the scarf with your right hand, you're going to take the scarf behind you, just letting it hang behind you. Okay? Now I'm going to turn around so you can see what's happening at the back. I'd like you to take the other hand as high as you can on the strap or on the scarf. so that you pull up with the right hand, you pull down with the left. Make sure you keep the tummy muscles engaged, that you don't curve the lower back. Looking ahead of you, feel that opening across the chest. Lovely, relax your arms. Let's move the scarf to the other side. Getting a hold of it at the top with the left hand this time. Walking your right hand up as high as you can. You might find that this side can feel quite different from the other. Checking that your lower back is not dipping too much. Pulling the tummy in. And then when you're ready, pulling up with the left hand, pulling down with the right. Again, feeling that openness around the chest, around the heart. Lovely. And then relax your arms. You can place the scarf to the side, we're done with it. And then coming down in the extended child. Breathing deeply. Again, feel your abdomen pressing against the thighs with each in-breath. One last breath. The next time you breathe in and curl back to kneeling. And come down into crocodile on the mat. Legs open, legs wide, heels rolling in, hands one on top of the other. Forehead or cheek resting on the hand. Take awareness to your breath. Feel the abdomen expanding with your in-breath. Relaxing with your out-breath. Allow your back to relax every time you breathe out. And you can affirm to yourself, I am loving to myself and others. I am loving to myself and others. I am loving to myself and others. I allow myself to be fully me. I allow myself to show allowing yourself to relax for a moment longer. And when you're ready, you can now take your feet to about hip width apart. Move your hands down on either side of the chest. And when you're ready, you can now push up and back, taking your bottom towards your heels. And with your next in-breath, uncurling back to kneeling. Well done. Now this class was all about being open. We did everything, opening the chest. Opening because there is no need to be afraid to be ourselves. There is no need to be afraid to be amazing and wonderful and to stand out. So whenever you have a doubt about that, revisit this class, come back to it, and then take action. If you have an idea, if you have something you'd like to do, but you're not too sure, if you've got it in you, put it out there. Go for it. Wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video.